What is going on, YouTube? Fascinating graveyard on this dreary afternoon here at the TA Truckstop in West Greenwich, Rhode Island. If you are a truck driver and you drive across the lower 48, you might have stopped by this truck stop sometime in your trucking travels up and down the highways and byways of this great nation. This is the only truck stop in Rhode Island. And Rhode Island is a very, very small state. You could probably drive through Rhode Island, I'm guessing, in about an hour and a half. But I wanted to show you a very fascinating graveyard. And this graveyard is right in the middle of this place. I'm not really sure when this place was built, but looking at the ground, it looks like a fairly new construction within at least the last 10 or 15 years. However, one thing has always remained, and that is this graveyard that was located right on these grounds. And past this rock wall right here is a very, very small cemetery. A cemetery possibly with no name. You got to ask yourself, well, why is there a graveyard in the middle of a truck stop? There could be many reasons. Oftentimes, historical societies or people who are responsible for, keeping and preserving historical sites are in charge of making sure places like this don't just get paved over. You got at least a dozen or so stones. This one is slightly legible. Arnold, that could say Elijah, I don't know, but he died February 23rd, 1844. You could tell this grave right here that has fallen over, it has probably been like that for a few years now. And the rest of the stones are not legible. You can probably guess the really small stones are babies, perhaps. His last name was Ellis or Elias. Yeah, so oftentimes when people want to build cemeteries here, oftentimes it's not a big deal to just simply build around it instead of disinterring them and moving them to another cemetery. And it's cheaper too and a lot less time consuming, because you would imagine if you dig these graves up, the coffins, everything will probably just start disintegrating and falling apart in your hands. So who knows the stories and the lives that these people led? Nobody knows them. There's really not much at all of any kind of information online about the cemetery. It's just one of those things that you see off the side of the road, or you see in the middle of a highway, or what have you. Not much information I could give you. If anybody knows anything, leave a comment below. And just a fascinating graveyard. All right, guys. Just a quick stop at West Greenwich, Rhode Island. I'm on my way north. Where I stop, nobody knows. But rest in peace to all those that are buried in the cemetery. And it looks like you guys are safe and nobody's going to come and pave over this cemetery. So it will always be a constant here. Next time you're in Greenwich, West Greenwich, Rhode Island, stop by and check it out. It's right off the 95. It's easy to find. It's right in the middle of this truck stop. Okay, guys, fascinating graveyard. I'm out of here. Got to hit the road. Got to get in my old minivan and skedaddle. I'll catch up with you on the flip side. Peace out.